Hey there YouTube, this is Ysec, and today we're going to be having an honest review without the BS, without the bias, and without the sugarcoating, just straight honesty. Today we're going to be reviewing the Crusher Wireless by Skullcandy, you guys, and Skullcandy claims these headphones have a bass you could feel. Now, are they saying the truth or they're exaggerating? Well, in this case scenario, I'm going to say they're telling the truth, you guys. They're using this new system they call stereo immersion tech, which is a fancy word for haptic feedback. That's what these headphones have, haptic feedback. Now, for those consumers that don't know what haptic feedback is, it's the same thing that the iPhone 7 and the Apple Watches have. Now, saying that, these headphones do support 40 hours of battery life. They do have Bluetooth. Sadly, they don't have support for Apex, nor do they have AAC transmission, which is Apple's fancy Apex in their own world. They do have a bass slider, so if the bass is too much for you guys, you can always tune it down. Unlike Beats, over exaggerated bass, and sometimes it drowns the mids and the highs. You can actually control it here. Now, and I'm gonna get into sound quality with these headphones in a little bit. Now, durability. Well, let's see these guys right here. Now, they fold. They feel kind of solid. There's no clicking, but it's a stiff movement, and they kind of did that because the haptic feedback moving in the headphones. They didn't want it to close it at times. They wanted a solid feel when it was open. Now, do I feel like these can survive a gym visit? Yeah, I do. Now, do I feel like you could stump on these or step on it by mistake? Depends on how they're stepped on. They're not built extreme. They're like a tank. They're not a Nokia, but they're doable. Now, if they're comfortable, that's something that is this headphone weak point. But it all depends on the type of person you are. I kind of wish the ear cups on these were a little bit bigger, because it doesn't support the whole ear. It kind of does put pressure on your head a little bit. Now, these aren't headphones I could see myself wearing for 8 hours like Bose or the Sony MDR 1000. I could probably wear this 2 hours max before I get ear fatigue, before my ears get sweaty. So these are okay. They're not the worst, but they're not the most comfortable either. Now, let's get into noise cancellation, which is my highest disappointment with these headphones, you guys. When you put them on, they cancel about 5% of noise around you. 8% being generous, but that's all it cancels. So even at 100% of volume, I can still hear people next to me talking if they're talking at a above moderate volume. So if you're looking for headphones to block out the world, to isolate yourself, these are not it. But they do have a way to immerse you with the bass. So it all depends on the person, you guys. Now, for the sound leak, that's another flaw, but it's not the worst of sound leak. It's not like the original studios. No, these headphones sound leak pretty proficiently, probably like 70% of the sound leaks through here, but it's nothing too bad like it will bother somebody all the time, because it may do bother somebody, but not all the time, you guys. Now, let's get to the most important part about this review, you guys, and it has to be the sound quality. How do they compare against their competition and just the overall feel? So these headphones are not meant for audiophiles by any means. It's meant for the average consumer. It has that EQ flux that Beats are known for, that U. So saying that, I am an audiophile though, so I do have to nitpick on these headphones. And the first nitpick I want to do is that while listening to Is This Love by Bob Marley, the mids noticeably were tuned down. His voice lost some raspiness. So that kind of annoyed me, because of course if you listen to Bob Marley, the most important part about his song is his voice. So that kind of nitpicked me, that kind of urged me a little bit, but not too bad, not too noticeable. I'm just nitpicking, you guys. Now, another thing I noticed is that in All We Got by Chance the Rapper, the trumpets were noticeably pushed back compared to the MDR 1000X by Sony's. If you haven't seen that video or review, check my channel. I do have a review on those headphones, you guys. Now, these headphones do have places where they shine, in genre specifically, which is like dubsteps. If you're into the dubsteps, these headphones are the way to go. If you're into club bangers and raps and R&B, this is the way to go. And if you're into hard rock. Now, for the R&B and hip hop, it's a hit and miss sometimes, because sometimes the bass is too overdrawn. So it all depends on the type of genre you listen to, you guys. Now, one thing I do want to add is that, and it only happened to this song so far that I listened to, is that in Bangarang in the intro, the bass was wasn't so accurate. It felt like it was hanging over it by milliseconds, but it was so noticeable. But mind you, only audiophiles would notice these difference. The average consumer wouldn't even notice at all. The average consumer would consider these the kings of the headphones. Now, that's because your ears aren't tuned to depict certain variations in sound. Now, saying all of that, you guys, are these headphones for you? If you're an audiophile or if you're a person that really critiques sound, like extremely critique, like OCD, no, these headphones are not for you. But if you're an average consumer, if you're into beats, if you're into that bassy sound, if you're a bass head, if you just love that sound and you're not really a critique person, your ears aren't very tuned to notice small changes, these are extremely good for you. If you own beats and you like beats, I guarantee you love these better than any beats you have so far. Now, if you like this video, you guys, put a thumbs up down below, subscribe, and comment any questions you may have. And another thing is, if you feel like you have any advice that can help me make my channel better, please do put a comment. I'm happily open to any advice. And I can't be nothing without the consumer, you guys. So, thanks for watching. I should be posting videos like this every week. I'm hoping every Monday or every Sunday. But please subscribe and keep tuned. Hopefully the next one I'm going to be reviewing are JBL's headphones. But keep watching.